Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for the hashtag Nuttin' But Neutrals challenge. This challenge is hosted by Tammy at Lou for Frou Studio. If you type this line into YouTube, it will go directly to her channel, but you can also do Lou for Frou, you can do hashtag Nuttin' But Neutrals, and it's going to bring up all the people that are participating, making videos, the Nuttin' But Neutrals videos. And you can also look on Instagram at hashtag Nuttin' But Neutrals and see people that are participating in this. So each week Tammy chooses a base, you know, like a tag or a, last week she chose a Rolodex card. So I made these little envelopes out of sewing tissue for that challenge. So the idea is to use the base that she chooses and then just neutrals on it. So neutrals are black, brown, white, and gray, any shade. So it doesn't matter the shade that you use of those. Those are the neutrals, okay? So that was last week, was the Rolodex card. This week is index cards. So what we're going to do is make a pocket thingy using index cards. And I forgot hold on just a minute. Okay, sorry, had to go get this. So I'm going to use my envelope punch board to make a, you know, like a tab at the top, which I've done several times in the past to make it kind of look like a file folder for the front of this pocket. So I'm going to go, let's go 2 1/4 punch, and then I'm going to flip it over and go, if you put your card or whatever halfway on this little metal piece that's in there, you'll get the corner chopped off like that. And then we're just going to cut, or try to cut. This is always tricky because I tend to cut crooked. It helps when there's a line, but okay, just to make it even. And then I'm going to put this to the back. This will be the tab at the back of the card. And I'm going to fold this part over to close it so that it makes, you know, a pocket. So let's move this out of the way, get our scoreboard, and attempt to figure out where we can score this. So how is everybody? I didn't even ask that. I apologize. Sometimes I just get excited and jump right in. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. It's pretty toasty here today. Not too bad though. We're supposed to be in the 80s all week, so that's awesome. I have no issues with that. Got to go for a walk, so that makes me happy. Very happy. So these are just coffee dyed, whatever, index cards. That's why they're this color. Or tea dyed, I'm not really sure. And then we'll fold that. Oh, I seriously scored that and it's still folded all wonky. Oh my goodness. Sometimes when stuff gets coffee or tea dyed, it does get a little bit weird. Like it changes the structure of the paper, which, you know, is understandable, but yeah, they can get a little kooky. And these are just the regular 3x5 index cards. They're not any special size, but Tammy did say you can use any size you want. I'm trying to decide. I kind of like this side because it's got more of the color. But you can tell more that this is index card on this side. So I think I'll just keep it this way. I'll probably end up covering a lot of it anyway, so I don't know why I'm worried about it. But and so when that gets glued together, you know, it's going to form basically a kind of like a manila file folder. I'm going to round these edges just because I don't like the way they look. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings to Mitzi, Melon, and Nikki. Thank you guys so much for always watching, your kind comments. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I think I'll just leave it like that. It's not 100% straight, but that's okay. All right, the next thing I'm going to do in this front part is I'm going to cut an oval. And yes, I'm using my antiquated cutting system. This is from, what was it called? Making Memories. It's not We Are Memory Keepers. I don't remember what it's called. Making Memories, I think. I was never like a distributor or anything. I had a friend who was, and most of the stuff I have I bought from her, but I can never remember. Creative Memories, I think that's what it is. Yes, somebody said it, and I heard you. Thank you. So then we'll have a little peekaboo in there, and I want to put this girl in there. That's the plan anyways. So we got to figure out, I think I'm just gonna do another 3x5 card, cut it down. You can tell I haven't made one yet because it's not exactly well thought out. How's that? But it's fine. We'll get there. Just gonna cut a little bit off so that it'll fit in here when we glue this together. And we're also going to make it smaller because I don't want it to stick above the tab. So I think essentially what I'm going to do is just cut off where that pink line is. And there is pink on here, but it's a 3x5 card and they do have that pink line. This is the same Creative Memories. But these things work fantastic, so I'm never going to get rid of them unless they break. All right, so that's what we got. We're going to decorate this up and decorate the front of that up. But we need to figure out, oh, I know how to do that. We can kind of figure out where we want to put this pretty girl. And of course, you can use photos of your family or a bird or whatever it is that you like to have in your journals. Yeah, I should probably do the top of the circle too, so I can tell how high I want her. Because I understand we all use different decorative pieces for our journals, and that's awesome. Use what you like. Whatever that may be. I don't really need to tear these sides. Like, I'm not trying to make it smaller necessarily. It just, I want all the sides to be torn similarly. And I don't want to put her head above that, basically. I want to put some other stuff on here. Okay, so I have some pieces of, this is one of my digitals. It's one of the fabric ones. I can't remember what it's called. I've got quite a few in the shop now, so it gets a little kind of confusing. This one actually, I think, is part of the People of the Past digitals. Or do I want this piece with the flower? It's just a good one because it's neutrals. I'll go this way instead. Could also use some of this. just a little piece of this. And I'll just cut it wherever I don't want it. Kind of like the torn edge up there. And the number 2. Always like the numbers. I am going to ink it a little bit around the edges. This one's probably going to be pretty fast because 3x5 cards are not very big. And I only have enough of these to do one. I mean, I have some undyed 3x5 cards, but I don't have any more dyed ones. I don't know why I'm so into the sewing tissue lately, but I love the way it looks on stuff. Like, I love those little envelopes we made last time. And this one and that one of those will probably go in, I don't really want those lines under there. The Love of Flowers journal. So I just end up cutting the card a little bit. Sorry, I'm leaning on my table. So when I lean on my table and I ink, it makes the little basket bang in the wall. If you can even hear it, I don't know, but I don't sit. I always stand, so I end up leaning. It's the control freak in me that I see that two's getting covered up anyhow. That has to stand. I can't ever just sit down. Let's see, what else do I want to put on there? I want to put something else. Yeah, that would look kind of like cool. Since I covered the other number. We'll put her on, and we'll hope I did it right. Around the corners. The good part about using these 3x5 cards too is you don't have to back them if they're the color you want and all that. I might do a little stamping. But yeah, this picture is from my people of the past. She fits into that 20s kind of time period, maybe a little later, but not a lot. So let's make sure we can see her, although I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't, because it's done now. Yep. There she is. Okay. I don't know what else that needs. I might just let it be for now. We'll get this glued together. I'm gonna ink it. So what have you guys been up to? Anything fun and exciting, or are you just trying to stay cool? Some places are trying to stay warm, depending on what part of the world you're in, right? This is definitely cool here for 4th of July time. We're usually definitely in the 90s, if not up to 100 and 4th of July, so it's kind of cool, nice to have 80s. That like feels real good. It would be great if the wind would stop blowing though. It's kind of a constant lately. But at least the sun's shining. Get this part glued and then I'll do the other. I know it's real hot down south, humidity and all. I always feel for you guys. Shake your hand. These are just kind of cool when they're coffee dyed just like that. Just because it gives you that. It does look like old, you know, old paper. Ooh, that's going to be tight now. Probably need to trim just a tiny bit more off of that to make it work. You feel like those glue lines, when you put glue on the edges, you feel like, oh, that's just a very small amount. You know, it doesn't take up much room, but it takes up more room than you realize. The cool thing about 3x5 cards is they're not real expensive, so... And you can make all different sorts of pockets. Charlotte Peterson, if you don't watch her, I'll try to remember to link her channel. She does a whole, like, she has a whole series of videos on different things to do with 3x5 cards, and those videos are very good. I mean, I've not been able to watch all of them, but what I have seen have been very good. So I'll try to remember to link that because it is pretty cool, all the stuff she does with them. And if I forget, just remind me or let me know and I'll add it. Sometimes at night when I edit my videos, I forget what I talked about because a lot of times I'm watching TV, so that's my own fault. But when I'm editing, and then the next morning I get up and remember stuff that I forgot, but not always. So just yell at me and I'll fix it. I try to always remember to give people credit where it's due. Let's see, what else do we want on there? Oh, I wanted... these. That's my white grunge kit. This one has all different kind of whites and blacks and cream and, you know, neutrals, whatever. I thought this piece might look kind of good on here somewhere. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. I could even wrap it around. If I can hang on to it, I can wrap it around. How's that? Okay, I'm just going to tear it. Yes, I am doing it the difficult way today. I'm not sure what my deal is, but I'm real good at that. Neutrals I thought would be really hard because I usually do like a pop color. It is a little hard to get used to, but once you kind of get in that groove, it's not too bad. Like, I use a lot of neutrals anyway, so just got to remember not to put the color in. And it's been nice to have some of these neutral pieces in this journal, this Love of Flowers journal, because there is so much with the florals color and all that, that it sort of breaks it up a little, which is nice. That one's from a different kit. Let's see. I kind of maybe want a flower or something, but I know. One of these at work. This is from that kit. This was a trial page before I decided on all the sizes and everything. So when you get it, it won't have a blank spot up there. Sometimes I have to print stuff out to figure out what size it is, because it's hard for me to tell looking at the computer screen. Even if I measure stuff, I'm like, no, I need to see it. Very visual learner. Oh, is that going to be too big? It's kind of too wide. I do like that. Those are all kind of too small. I could just cut off more of this black line that's over here. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, that'll fit. That covers up that paper almost entirely behind it, but that's okay. Oh, textured paper in there too. Gotta go on the other side. I don't like that. This paper gives me the shivers. I'm a weirdo about texture. I can't handle it. Let me see if there's a different one that would work better. That one, I like that one. It's just a little bit big. Is this one this big? Yes. Paper stuck to me. Do this one. Sorry, yeah, it's painful watching people cut stuff out and everything. That one would be pretty. Oh, I'm going to crunch that up a little more. I do have, did I just say this and I don't remember? This in the shop, the textured paper. If that's something you're looking for. And there's a couple different kinds in the pack of them. I don't want it to get too... Yeah, every time I see, like, you're out in public or whatever, and there's kids and parents and whatever, and if you see a mom lick a napkin to wipe off her kid's face, Can't. I know, it's so silly. It's just the texture of those just creeps me out. Yeah, a little strange that way. But I know I'm not alone. A lot of people have those kind of texture issues. You're just seeing what's in there. This bee is kind of cool, but it doesn't really go. I just feel like it needs something else. I just don't know what. See, that's the problem when I don't plan it all out ahead of time. When I just wing it, I don't know. I kind of want like a flower, but I don't know if I have any. These are all different digitals. The leftovers, you know, like when I do a journal or something and I have pieces left over, I just put it all in envelopes and things. And oh yeah, there's just too many. But somewhere I want to see if I have a flower that's, you know, like neutral colored. Because I did do some for some of the winter kits. That little jewelry wouldn't be bad. Yeah, people ask me how I organize. As you can see, not well. I am not a good organizer. I do put, you know, like things together and stuff like that, but yeah, that's not my strong suit. So I always say, if you want to know how to organize all this stuff, watch Gail Augustinelli, because she is very good at that. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, I guess. I already got a lot of numbers. But yeah, she definitely is good at organizing. I would love to be like that, but I'm not, so. I'm just kind of like, is it all off the floor and the countertops? Then I'm having a good day. No. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets for me. I don't know if that's gonna... Yeah, I don't think I like that either. Okay, I'm gonna go do some stitching because I think it's just... That's the way I like it, the way it is. So I think we'll put a piece of fabric up here, and this is just, I don't even know. I think it's old hanky fabric, but it tears really well, like it's stringy. So yeah, definitely not the longest video, but when you're done, right? Okay, I'm going to stitch around that, and I'm going to stitch around, well, the sides. I'm not going to go across the bottom because that'll change how deep the photo goes, and I want it to go right where it is. I don't want it up any higher, so I'm just going to stitch on the sides, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's all stitched around. You can see better on this side. I really stink at going around those corners with the sewing machine, no matter how hard I try. But anyway, that's stitched. And then you could either decide to put this into a pocket, just slide it into a pocket, or glue it onto your journal page and have it as a tuck spot behind. This one's too wide to go in the journal that I just made, so I'm definitely gonna just pop it into a pocket, but then you can write on the back of it still. So yeah, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you again on Monday. Love ya.